Hi you guys, it's me Shantae and welcome back to my channel, Shake It Up with Shantae. If you've been here before, welcome back as always, and thank you. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to the channel and thank you guys so much. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make my perfectly roasted potatoes. Sweet potato, regular white potatoes, roasted together perfectly. Easy peasy, very simple. Without further ado, let's shake something up. Alright, so what you're going to need, of course, you're going to need some potatoes. These are some sweet potatoes and regular white potatoes that I have already peeled and washed. I just have to cut them up. You're going to need simply a half of cup of oil. I have here a half a stick of butter. If you want to use vegetable oil, you can. If you want to use olive oil, you can do that as well. This is some regular Crisco oil that I'll be using here, and I have a half a stick of butter. Then I'm gonna use an onion, a green bell pepper, red bell pepper, some garlic powder, onion powder, and salt. That is it. Really simple. Let me go ahead and chop my potatoes up and get my bowl together so I can mix all of my seasons, and I'm gonna show you that step right there. Alright, so I got my potatoes here, and I'm gonna just go ahead and cut these up in like quarter-sized pieces. I want my sweet potatoes and my white potatoes to be all the same equal size. If y'all hear something, that's my dishwasher going. I'm sorry. And I have another video cooking. So, okay. So this is how I cut my potatoes up for my roasted potatoes. I just try to cut them in quarter size pieces, not too big, not too small, so they all can kind of cook and turn out the same way. You won't have any that's cooked too long and some that wasn't cooked enough, so try to just get them all the same size. If you've never tried roasted regular potatoes and sweet potatoes all together, man, you don't know what you're missing. This is the only way I'll eat my potatoes, my roasted potatoes. I gotta have some sweet potatoes with it. I know some people like to do carrots, but I like to do sweet potatoes. It's just something about the sweet potatoes. Trust me, try it, please do. That's my potatoes all cut up, just like that. And I only had about 8 little small potatoes, and then I had 3 sweet potatoes. Let me just cut that out of my potatoes because I don't like anything that don't look normal in my potatoes. Okay, that's that. And then I'm gonna butter and oil them down in just a second. Alright, so I got my potatoes cut up right there. I have my freshly washed bell pepper. I'm gonna cut this green bell pepper up. And I'm gonna just do this in a rough chop. Y'all know I like bell peppers and everything, so do this kind of like this. Put this in there, just like so. And then I'm gonna cut this other part piece up. I'm gonna move the white stuff off just like that. Take it all off. Okay, got my bell pepper in there. That's big chunks too, you guys. Big chunks of bell pepper. Take my onion. Just like that. Big chunks of onion. Separate them like so. Now I'm gonna take about a quarter cup of oil. That's about a quarter cup. Half a stick of butter. All the butter. I'm gonna take my garlic powder. Get it open. Garlic powder. Take my onion powder. Of course, I'm gonna use some salt. They're potatoes, you need salt. Use some black pepper. And I'm gonna use some fresh parsley out of my garden and basil. I let it freeze. I wrap it up. I let it freeze. So that's what I do when I go harvest them. So I'm gonna take this which it was frozen and I let it thaw out. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take some of the basil. I like it fresh though, like straight out of the garden, but I'm like, let me go ahead and use this. Use all of this. I'm gonna chop it up just like that. This is fresh parsley and basil. Mix this right in there, just like that. And then I'm gonna toss this. Give it a toss. Toss it really, really good. When you're roasting these potatoes, you can put whatever you want. If you want to put sage and thyme, you can do that. If you want to use red bell peppers, you can do that as well. I'm gonna layer this in a pan, and I'm gonna put it on, well, I already have my oven preheated on 425, and I'm gonna let these roast for 25 minutes and then check on them. Okay, I mix those really, really good, just like that. Let me get my pan over here. Remove some of this stuff out of the way. And my pan, I'm gonna toss them in here just like this, you guys. Just like that. Just like so. Alrighty. And I'm gonna put them in the oven. Just like this on 425 for about 25 minutes. Y'all, I had to switch pans real quick because my little pan I had was overcrowded, and you don't want it to be overcrowded. I ain't want to teach y'all wrong, so I went ahead on and did it the right way. I switched to a bigger size pan. I also had a little piece of red bell pepper in my fridge that I wanted to use, so I went ahead on and chopped that little piece up in there too. And I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of paprika over this. You can use smoked paprika, regular ground paprika, doesn't matter. Just sprinkle a little bit on it for a little bit of color. Of course, a little bit of the taste. Now that's it, you guys. I'm gonna put this in my oven and I'm gonna let it cook on 425 for about 25 minutes. So we'll be back after 25 minutes to check on it. All right, you guys, I'm back and my roasted potatoes are done. I just took them out of the oven maybe about 7 or 8 minutes ago. I didn't get a chance to show you as I was taking them out of the oven like I normally do. So this is how they look, and they are perfectly cooked. I'm gonna put them in a pan. They are perfectly roasted potatoes. These are the regular white ones. These are your sweet potatoes, and I am going to put them in a bowl for you guys. All right, as you all can see that they're not sticking to my pan with the oil and butter that I use. Perfectly roasted potatoes do not stick. If you overcook them, they will stick to the foil or the pan, and you have to let them cool down. You have to let your potatoes cool off before you start moving them around. So I let these cool for about a good 10 minutes, and then I start to move them around. I'm just gonna take them and put them over here in my little bowl. When I tell you guys, I can smell the fresh basil and the fresh parsley that I put in here with the bell peppers, the onions, the butter, and the sweet potatoes. You can actually smell that. Earlier, I made a video today, same day. I made a video on lemon pepper chicken livers. So you can go back and watch that video. I will leave the link in the description box. But I did these on the same day. So there's my roasted regular potatoes and sweet potatoes with bell peppers and onion. I mean, this smells absolutely amazing. It is the perfect roasted potato. 425, half a cup of oil, half a cup of butter. Mix it up, season it very, very well. Whatever seasoning you like. Put you some fresh herbs in it if you want to. And just spread it out in the pan. Make sure you have a big enough pan so that they're not layered, because you don't want them layered. If they're layered, they're gonna steam and they're not gonna roast. So you just spread them out evenly in a good pan and just let them cook on 425 for about 25 to 30 minutes. I think mine went maybe 30 minutes or so, but no longer than 30 minutes. So once you do that, they're perfectly done. And I mean, I let them cool down, and when I tell you They're not mushy and they're not hard. They are the perfect texture. You can pair this with pork chops. You can do this with bacon in the morning for breakfast. You can have this as a side dish. Perfect side dish. Like I said, I'm going to eat these with some chicken livers that I cooked earlier today in another video. So, yeah, can't go wrong with these, you guys. I love the sweet potatoes as well. It's just a great, like a salty sweet mixture. And the sweet potatoes are not that sweet, but they're roasted. So they're perfectly cooked. I'm going to sit here and eat these potatoes like this. Just, You don't have to add anything to them. You don't need any sauce, any seasonings. Look at this perfectly cooked. Look at that. Perfectly roasted potato. When I tell y'all this is good, this was really quick, really simple, really easy peasy how to roast potatoes perfectly. You can't go wrong with roasting potatoes just like this. Y'all know what time it is. It's that time of the video where I'm going to end this and enjoy my meal. And if you have not done so and you are watching, please go ahead and subscribe. Share this video, you guys. Give me a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that notification bell so every time I upload one of these easy peasy recipes, you'll be notified. Until the next video, see you guys later. Bye.